Laura. In this training, I'm going to show you how to use voice drops. There are so many ways that you can use them. You can use them to get more leads to respond, more leads to show up and buy. You can use them to get more trials to convert, and also for retention of your current members. So let's dive right in. First of all, what is a voice drop? So voice drop is basically a ringless voicemail that you would send to a group of people. Basically, their phone would not ring. They'd get a notification that they had a missed call and they have a voicemail. So there are many different ways that you can do this. Most of my clients use Go High Level, which has a feature built in. In Go High Level, their phone actually rings twice sometimes. And then when they answer the phone, or if they answer the phone, it's a pre-recorded message. You can also use a program like Dial that is very inexpensive so that you can send out many voicemails to people without having to pick up the phone, call them individually, and record all of the messages separately. So how can you do this? It's super simple. The first thing I do is get a voice recording app on my phone. This is the one that I personally use. I have an iPhone. If you have an Android phone, I'm sure there's many free ones you can use in the App Store. You're simply going to record the voice message on your phone. I like to upload it as a Google Drive file or upload it to Google Drive, and then open up my computer, and from my computer you're going to download and save it as an MP4. It's really important that it's in an MP4 format because that's what you're going to upload to Go High Level. Now, if you use Dial, they actually have a call-in feature where you can just call in and pre-record it and it saves it and you don't have to go through all this trouble. If you don't have Google Drive or this isn't working, there are converter apps that you can use on your phone to convert from however the file is saved with the app you use into an MP4. Again, most of my clients use Go High Level. So if you'd like to do that in Go High Level, you'd simply create a new workflow. You would choose the action voicemail, and then you would upload your file here. It's very simple and easy to do. So a couple tips for these. Obviously, you're going to want to use a generic intro because you're going to be sending the same message to a lot of people. You don't want to use a name. So instead of a personalized greeting, you'd say something like, "Hey there, how's it going?" Or, "Hello, this is Laura from Your Awesome Gym." So make sure that the intros are very generic. You also want to make sure that you speak clearly. So I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I talk way too fast, especially when you are saying the contact number. So how many times have you gotten a voicemail? You have to listen to it like 3 times. They're like, "Hey, this is blah, blah, blah. Call me back at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's like you have to repeat the number over and over again. Maybe they didn't speak clearly, so you couldn't understand who they were. And there's nothing frustrating than having to play a voicemail several times because you're not sure who's calling you or how to call them back. And finally, you want to remember that people will call you back. So you want to be strategic about when you send these, making sure that you're sending them at a time when you do have somebody available to answer the phone if and when you get callbacks. As an example, I do the marketing for my son's school. He goes to a small private school. We made the mistake of sending out a voice drop at the end of the day after their front desk person had gone home. And a lot of parents didn't listen to the voicemail. They just saw a missed call from their kid's school and immediately called back because there was worried there was some sort of issue or something like that. So the phones were ringing like crazy and there was no one there to answer the message. Again, I don't think you'll run into quite that same scenario, but you just want to be mindful of the time of day in which you send these out. So again, another thing that can be helpful, especially if you're using Go High Level, is to identify who's calling you back. Otherwise, you'll receive a phone call, it will just show the number and the contact name might populate. So you can use the whisper message field inside of Go High Level. When you do this, I'm not going to go into all the details. You can Google it if you need to, or let me know if you need help. Basically, when you answer the phone, you'll get a whisper message and it'll say, "Call from Laura Alvarado." So it'll tell you who is calling you before it actually connects you through to the prospect. That way you know who exactly it is that you're going to be speaking with. Again, if you're using Go High Level, I recommend using this feature. If you're using Dial or another voice drop program, this feature is probably not available and you'll just have to find some other way to identify the caller. Finally, we're going to want to send this in drip mode. So just as I mentioned before, people will call you back. So I recommend sending it in small batches, and then again, being mindful of the time of day in which you're sending it, so that if and when people call you back, you have somebody available to answer and your phone isn't ringing off the hook, like that example with the school with no one to answer. So how can you use voice drops inside of your business? So the first way is to confirm appointments. This is very simple. I will go over this strategy. I'm going to give you some scripts in just a minute here. You can also use it to confirm receipts of lead magnets, which is something that a lot of people might not think as an opportunity. What's great about this is it helps you whitelist the email. So if you're using a lead magnet on your website, or maybe you've given a lead magnet through a Facebook ad or some other type of ad, oftentimes the email that is auto generated will end up in someone's spam box. So by sending a voicemail drop, you ensure that the prospects opens your email, that they look for the email, and that they whitelist your email so they get future emails, including sales emails. It's also beneficial because, again, sometimes people will call you back. So it's an opportunity to generate a sale from a lead magnet. You can use this for reactivation. If you saw earlier this week, I gave you my reactivation bomb. Part of that is a call and a voicemail. So you could, again, use the voicemail script from the reactivation bomb. You could use it for long-term follow-up. Do you have leads that have been unresponsive that you've been trying to get a hold of? Maybe you've only texted them, but have you tried calling them? Maybe you don't have someone on your team, or you personally don't have the bandwidth to call them. So a voice drop is a great way to have another touch point. You can use this for onboarding new clients, retaining current clients, and also asking for referrals. So I'm going to give you some scripts. If you want these, there should be a button right below here. That button will open Facebook Messenger. And when you send me a message, my Facebook Messenger bot will automatically send you the scripts. I like to use this feature. That way, if you have any questions about the scripts, you can simply reply to the Facebook message, and then the real me will jump in and respond, not the bot, if you have a question about how to use the specific scripts. So appointment confirmation, again, I recommend just making it generic. Hey, what's up? This is Laura from Gym Accelerator. I'm just calling to confirm your first workout tomorrow. And you're just going to say first workout tomorrow. So if you know that you're always going to send this out on the day before, just say a generic time. That way it will work for everyone. Notice I'm not using a greeting, a personalized greeting like a first name. We already talked about the free lead magnet strategy, but just confirming that they received it and then asking for a callback so that if and when they call back, you have that opportunity to turn that lead magnet into a sale. You can use it for the reactivation bomb. There's a script for that, and this is all in the scripts that you can get by clicking the button down below. Long-term follow-up. It's been a while since we last spoke, and I just wanted to check in and see how things are doing. This can also work really well for clients that have canceled a couple months ago. So people sometimes cancel for whatever reason. Maybe a new Orange Theory opened up down the street and they wanted to try it out. Maybe one of your trainers left and decided to open their own gym, but then they're like, you know what, this place isn't as good, or that trainer's a great trainer, but he's not a good business owner, or it's not as clean, or I don't like the community there, whatever the reason. Sometimes people want to come back, but they're embarrassed. So by sending a long-term follow-up message like this, it gives them the opportunity to connect with you again and to reactivate previously canceled members. So I recommend sending this out about 6 to 8 weeks after a cancellation. So there's another version that you can use here. Again, I'm not going to go over each one because they're all in the scripts that you can snag. After the first workout, how amazing customer experience is that to receive a call? Hey, this is Laura from Gym Accelerator. I just wanted to give you a call. I know you had your first workout yesterday. I wanted to see how you're feeling. How did you like the workout? Do you have any questions? Make sure that you feel completely supported in your fitness journey with us. Lots of other ideas you can use to officially welcome as a new member. So if somebody's on a trial and now they become an official new member, you can send them a voice drop to welcome them. If they've completed something, so some of my clients have special opportunities or special things that they like their new clients to do. For example, my coach Hannah likes all of her clients to do 12 workouts in their first 6 weeks. They have a little punch card, and when they do, they get I think coupon for retail items or whatever it is. So have they completed something? Is it time to schedule something? Maybe you do a check-in for nutrition and it's an opportunity to upsell them on a higher accountability or on supplements. Congratulations, you've completed a specific amount of workouts. You've completed 50, 100, 300 workouts. So you can say, hey, this is Laura. I just wanted to personally call you to congratulate you. You've completed 200 workouts with us. So if you are the face of the business, to get a personal phone call is a great way that you can make your members feel connected with you and that you care and that you are seeing them personally. You could use a birthday message. Hey, this is Laura. I just wanted to personally wish you a happy birthday. Here's one that's great, a thanks for trying us out. Now, if you have somebody that did a trial program and didn't convert, how many other gyms are calling them and say, hey, I just wanted to personally say thanks for trying us out. And, I hope that you will reach out if you have any questions about your health and fitness journey in the future. So lots of creative ways that you can use voice drops to personally connect with people without actually having to pick up the phone and dial. You can use this for clients missing in action. Hey, I wanted to personally call to see if you're okay. I noticed that you haven't been in for a workout in a while, and I'm worried about you because that's really unlikely. Like you, you're usually here every week. Please give me a call back when you've got a minute. Clients who aren't reaching goals. This one is huge. This script is so gold. I just wanted to personally call you to apologize. I know you signed up with us with a goal, and I've let you down as your coach. So I care about you. It's important to me that I help you achieve your goal. Can we schedule a time to get together so I have an opportunity to make this right? So think about how this is different from your traditional accountability program. Typically what happens in an accountability program, it's, hey, I noticed you haven't been losing weight. Hey, you haven't been following the meal plan. Hey, you haven't been doing this. You haven't been doing that, right? Generally, a client knows that they haven't been doing the steps, whatever it is, following a meal plan, meal prepping, doing the workouts. And you just adding an accountability to shame them for not doing what they already know they're not doing isn't going to help reactivate them. So by flipping the script, by taking the blame and saying, can you give me an opportunity to make this right? This is a great way that you can save someone who might be thinking about canceling because they aren't getting results. Whether that's your fault or really because they aren't taking action, this is a great way that you can reactivate and re-engage some of those clients who aren't on track. Again, you can just send out random messages. Hey, I'm proud of you. If there's something that is personalized to your studio and your brand, maybe they just achieved a milestone. Maybe they, achieved a workout zone with my zone for a specific amount of days. Maybe they did 4 workouts in a row. Maybe they were finally able to complete something. So if there's something that's personalized to your business and brand, just sending a generic I'm proud of you message is a great little surprise that your current members can get a great message like that from you. Also, again, it's time to schedule your check-in session, your weigh-in, your InBody, whatever it is that you use to periodically check in with your clients and as an opportunity to upsell them. You can also use it to ask for referrals. This script is pretty basic. I'm not going to go over the nitty-gritty. Again, you can get that by clicking the button down below. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know by responding to the Facebook message that I'll send you when I hook you up with the scripts. And I'm looking forward to hearing how you're going to implement voice drops